the company has still not finished removing millions of pounds of rotting food, which means there's still that foul odor and an infestation of flies and rats. NBC4's Keenan Willard is in Boyle Heights with the back and forth between Lineage and the mayor's office, with frustrated neighbors caught in the middle. Keenan.
Yeah, Carolyn, frustration is the word, mainly because up until tonight, there was hope among a lot of people in this community that the situation here at the Lineage warehouse would be resolved tomorrow during and meeting that deadline that the city had put towards the company to remove those millions of pounds of rotting food that have been here for weeks at this point, affecting this community and neighbors around this area so profoundly since this emergency first broke out. Now people here tell us tonight they're wondering just how long this situation could continue to affect Boyle Heights, and some are calling for even more support from elected officials. How long is 45 days? That's the question tonight in Boyle Heights, where the city of LA and Lineage Logistics are now publicly disputing when the company has to finish cleaning its warehouse.
Lineage is a multi-billion-dollar company with the resources to meet this deadline, but we know now that they will not meet it.
The Lineage warehouse emergency has been going on for nearly 2 months now after a massive fire broke out at the building, leaving behind more than 85 million pounds of rotting food. People living near the site say the smell of the food waste has left many of them with health problems and unable to leave their homes.
We run our air conditioner and our air purifier day and night. Now we're going to have the big bills to pay. And these people are struggling. Our community is struggling. So what's going to happen?
For weeks, the mayor's office has said it was giving Lineage 45 days to finish removing all the food waste from the warehouse, saying that deadline would fall tomorrow. Tonight, Mayor Bass announced the company would not meet that deadline, and the city will be exploring legal action to hold Lineage accountable.
Meanwhile, the people of Boyle Heights and East LA continue to live with the consequences. Families are still dealing with horrific odors and the constant uncertainty when this nightmare will end.
But Lineage tells NBC4 they believe tomorrow shouldn't be the cutoff date. In a statement, the company says the 45-day cleanup clock began on July 7th, the day the Los Angeles Fire Department ended its 24-hour fire watch at the site after persistent flare-ups made it unsafe to enter. That date is documented in every report we have submitted to the city and is the start date recognized by the South Coast AQMD. We are at day 37. We have time remaining, and we intend to use every hour of it. That's a different timeline than what Lineage was saying before tonight. In an update on their website last Thursday, Lineage said their goal was to complete food removal by the end of this week, which would line up with the city's deadline. We asked the company why they hadn't challenged the 45-day date until hours before the deadline. In a response, Lineage repeated its statement from earlier, saying its cleanup start date of July 7th has been documented in every report it's submitted to the city.
It's a very sad thing to have people living in this kind of conditions. It's very sad to have people living inside their homes with no air conditioners.
Tonight, people in Boyle Heights coming together for a community meeting. City and county leaders sharing details on the cleanup timeline and resources for families affected by the emergency. Mayor Bass and LA County Supervisor Hilda Solis appeared virtually, reading prepared statements before exiting the meeting. Some who attended say they're frustrated that the elected officials didn't come in person to take questions.
They hear 20% of what we have to say. I put in 5 different questions. Not one of them was answered.
With the Lineage warehouse cleanup now set to extend into next week, some in Boyle Heights left wondering how long they'll be going through this.
It's the social class. We're low income, so they could care less what's going on with our community. And it's not okay.
And just in the last few minutes, we got a statement from Isabel Jurado, the councilwoman who represents this area of Boyle Heights. She said that August 14th deadline from the city has been public and that Lineage has had weeks to dispute that date before, as we said, just hours before the deadline was supposed to hit, going into the overnight hours into Friday. Now, the mayor's office tonight responding to some of those concerns from people we spoke with tonight about elected officials appearing virtually in that webinar instead of coming in person to the meeting. The mayor's office said that was always advertised as a virtual meeting, that the mayor's office had some staff members in person there to answer any questions that people may have had, and that in the future they will work to better advertise when meetings are supposed to be virtual, and they will streamline Q&A processes in the future. We're going to continue following the cleanup efforts going into tomorrow and the days ahead. For the moment, from Boyle Heights, Keenan Willard, NBC4 News.
Keenan, thank you.